Moneybags FC Birmingham City are the favourites for this year's 2024-2025 League One campaign, and they kick off their new season up against Reading. Will they get off to the perfect start, or will they start with a stutter? We'll take a little look at all of it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we're predicting the first day of the season out in League One. Of course, who will get off to the best possible start? We'll take a little look at that, of course, in a minute. If you're new, where have you been? Smash the old subscribe. Your one-stop shop for League One is right here under one rooski. We've been here and seen it and done it ourselves here, boys and girls, predicting the leagues each and every season for the past, I don't even know where. But today, brand new season, lots of excitement coming at you out of League One in what could be the most difficult to predict in years. A lot of people are tipping Birmingham, but they've got a novice manager here, a lot of new faces to kind of gel at the right time. Have they got the mixture right? Or will, of course, they blow the league apart and be promoted by December? We'll see about that, of course, in a second. Big shout out to the VIPs, the patrons, you know who you are. And again, if you're new, hit that subscribe, boys and girls. So what are we talking about? We are talking about this. That's right, it is League One. And of course, let's remind ourselves of the 24 teams that make up this division. Here they are, Barnsley, still here. Birmingham relegated last season in what was a bit of a dramatic day at the end of the campaign of the Championship. Blackpool, Jordan Rhodes here. I'm excited to see him full-time basis with Blackpool. Bolton, Heartbreak Hotel for them, still here after their playoff misery. Bristol Rovers continue. Burton as well. Cambridge United, Gary Monk's at the helm there. Charlton Athletic with Nathan Jones. Can they get it right this time around? Crawley, the newbies on the scene from League Two, supported by or following Exeter City. We've got Huddersfield Town also relegated alongside Birmingham City. Michael Duff's in charge there. Leyton Orient, of course, continue to battle it out in the third tier. Lincoln City are there, of course, a little bit too late for them to make a real dent in their playoffs last time around. Joined by Mansfield Town, promoted from League Two. Northampton Town are still here. Posh, forever here. Always here, always deadly as well. Reading, of course, hope to make it right this time. No points deduction, I don't think, anyway. Rotherham United relegated last season. Joining them, Shrewsbury Town. Stevenage, of course, Stockport County promoted last time around. Wigan are here. And, of course, Moneybags, Hollywood FC, Wrexham, also in town. Wycombe Wanderers will join them. Goodness gracious me. It's a fascinating league. I'm excited to see them. But don't forget, we do have our own, very own, personally, custom-made prediction league, guys. Do you think you can out-predict me, the prediction king? I don't think so. I don't think you got your medals. I don't think you got the balls. Well, come along, get in here. It's free. It's 100% free. The only catch is you're going to lose. Why? Because I'm going to win. I'm the prediction king. That's why I'm here. And hopefully, I'm going to show you what it's all about. So, I'm going to compete as well. My name's going to be in lights. And we'll get into all of that, of course. So get involved, take it all out, of course, but we are going to jump in the deep end and have a look at, of course, this coming match day, which is match number 1 over in the League One. Let's get into it. These are the opening 12 games of the season. We're going to start with, right at the tip of the top of the graphic there, over at Oakville with Barnsley taking on Mansfield Town, who, of course, were promoted last season from League Two. Barnsley, with Darryl Clark, the gaffer these days, hoping to get it right this time. And we'll kick the match off over at Oakville up against Nigel Clough's Mansfield Town. Of course, Mansfield Town looking to ride the momentum, train that got them to this league, and they'll have to do it just like they did last time around, back in December 2002. It's been over 20 years since these two sides did lock horns, and that was a 1-0 win for Mansfield at Oakville, and that was way back in League One as well. Now, what about the division itself? Of course, Barnsley strengthened with the likes of Conor Hunain returning to Barnsley, Jackson Smith as well, Mark Roberts joining the club. Mansfield Town spurred on with the signings of Lee Gregory, who knows where the back of the net is, and Keanu Bacchus to help them get off to the perfect start. The bookies see this one going only one way, and that's in the favour of the hosts. 11-10 on the Barnsley. 27-10 is the draw. 13-5 is your away win here. I'd love to see Mansfield get off to the best possible start. What I mean is, an opening day loss. That's right, 2-0 win in my eyes, going in favour of Barnsley over Oakville to start off the season. But what about Moneybags FC? Birmingham, their owners trying to get it right this time after a woeful season last time around out in the Championship. That's right, Birmingham under new manager, goes by Chris Davies, formerly Spurs assistant manager, or at least one of the coaches over there, up against Readings and Ruben Zeles. This will take place over at St Andrews. Of course, Birmingham spurred on by a whole host of signings. I think they had a 20 million war chest, so they're expected to do very, very well. Alfie May being one of them, Emil Hansen another, Ryan Alsop between the sticks as well, up against the Reading side, who I don't think they brought in anybody. So quite a restriction, a lot of restrictions still on Reading. No points deficit according to my eyes anyway. Now these two sides last played each other at St Andrews back in December 2022. It was in the Championship. It was a 5-goal thriller going in favour of Birmingham City. I think the new owners would be happy just about that if that was to come around. But the bookies go 7-4 on for the money bags. That's Birmingham City. 31-10 is the draw. 70-4 is your Reading. I'd love to see a Reading victory as well, but I don't think it'll get it right this time. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win, and that's in favour of Birmingham to kick off the brand new campaign. So a good start for them. What about the next one? We do have a Bristol Rovers up against Northampton Town, of course, coming at you over at Memorial Stadium. We've got Bristol Rovers with Matt Taylor. Clinton Mola, ex-Blackburn Rovers player on the books there now these days. Jamie Lindsay, another signing. Taylor Moore to boost the Bristol Rovers' hopes. Of course, Northampton Town with John Brady at the helm. Jack Baldwin, Nick Sanzer, former Wimbledon goalkeeper, now on the books there. Tom Eaves scores for fun, especially at this level. So a good handy addition for Northampton Town to get them off to the most perfect start. These two sides last played over at the Memorial Stadium back in October 2023. It was a victory for Bristol Rovers, but Northampton Town will be looking to get their first victory over Bristol Rovers at their place in a long, long time. I don't even know. The last victory was actually back in 2015. So the bookies, though, go even Stevens. Bristol Rovers for the victory. 13-5 is the draw. 12-5 is your Northampton Town. Tight one to call here. I don't know which way to go, so I'm going to play it safe. A 1-1 draw, point apiece. They'll remain unbeaten though. Now, how about that? Let's take a look at Burton, Albion up against Lincoln City. They were there or thereabouts, weren't they, last season? Skabuba, still the manager for Lincoln. Burton, no managed by Mark Robinson these days. Brought in the hotshot Danielo Orsi, of course, from Crawley. Good signing there. Billy Bowden as well. Scored a few goals as well for Oxford, as well as Geraldo Berjami. Some interesting, exciting signings for Burton Albion. Spurred on though, Lincoln City, looking at Conor McGrandles, Tom Bayliss, JJ McEachran coming in to help give him a boost. 90-10 is your Burton for the victory here. 27-10 is your Lincoln. 12-5 is the draw. That's the bookie stated play on that. The most recent match between these two sides at the Pirelli was a 1-0 win for Lincoln back in February 2024. Will Lightning strike twice on this one? I'm not too sure. I'm actually siding with Skabula. I think he's got enough in the tank to get the victory on this one. Maybe a bit of momentum from last season. Maybe Burton's new boys going to take a little bit to get going, especially making the step up from League 2 to League 1. And I'm referencing Daniel Orsi on that one. He was good at last season, but will he be able to make the grade? It's a gamble for Burton, bringing him on in, but we'll see if he can get off to the box. So speaking of Daniel Orsi, he did leave Crawley. Of course, kick off their opening campaign against Blackpool. And of course, that'll be on a Saturday as well. 12:30 kickoff, 5:30 kickoffs around the grounds here. Crawley, of course, with Scott Lindsay at the helm. Kickoff at Broadfield Stadium. They brought the likes of Scott Malone, Rushton Hepburn Murphy, exciting little player as well. Josh Flint coming in for Crawley. Blackpool signing Jordan Rose, exciting. Very happy to see him there. Permanent basis. Ashley Fetcher as well. Hayden Coulson, some exciting, no-nonsense players at this level. Now, these two sides played just twice since 2016, and Blackpool have yet to get a victory against them. The most recent match against them at Crawley, at Broadfield, was back in October 2016. Now, the bookies, they're fancying a 6-5 is your Blackpool, 21-10 is your Crawley, and 5-2 is the draw. Could go either way again on this one, but something about me is leaning towards the Tangerines. They're going to go with a 2-0 away day win, give them a big old boost, start the season nicely. Neil Critchley, just a little shy as well last season, but can he get them a little bit different this time around and maybe break them into that top 6 and get them back in a playoff bound once again? Meanwhile, let's go down to the south coast. Of course, it's Exeter City, of course, over at St James's Park, taking on relegated Rotherham United. Of course, one of the sides tipped to do very, very well. Of course, Rotherham, managed by Steve Evans, brought a whole host of players, including Joe Rafferty, Liam Kelly, or Johnson Clark Harris returns to the New York Stadium. Of course, free scoring for Peterborough over the years. Was tipped to do well. It was actually tipped to make a move last summer, but that never, not necessarily to Rotherham, but they've gotten back. And of course, he's going to be one of the key figureheads in getting them promoted at the first time of asking. Standing in the way, though, is Exeter and Gary Caldwell's boys. They are spurred by the signings of Ryan Woods. Great signing for them. John McMillan as well. Josh McGuinness, no nonsense, EFL legend as well for Exeter City. But the bookies, what do they think about this one? What do the bookies think on this one? They've got 15-8 is your Exeter, 27-20 is your Rotherham, 12-5 is the draw. It's quite tight on the bookies there. The form books, though, last time around over at St James's Park, it was a 1-0 win for Rotherham back in November 2012. It's been 12 years and a chunk of change since these two sides locked horns, and I don't think Exeter are going to have much luck in this time around. A lot of signings. A lot of time to gel, not a lot of new faces to get it right. But Rotherham, Steve Evans, I think it's a marriage made in heaven. That's right. These guys are going to get it right this time. 2-1 win. Rotherham United in the bag. Let's go to Brisbane Road with Leyton Orient. Take it on. Heartbreak Hotel, Bolton. That's right. Of course, missed out last time around. Can I get it right this time? It's Leyton Orient managed by Richie Wellens, bringing in, of course, the likes of Lewis Warrington, Sonny Perkins as well. As for Bolton, Ian Everett, of course, still at the helm, bringing in Scotty Arfield over from the MLS. Luke Southwood as well. Dubam Eze coming in as well. Bolton, we're looking to get it right this time. 9-4 is your Orient, 11-10 is your Bolton, 12-5 is the draw. As for me, of course, I'll give you my pick in just a second. The last time they played, Asbury Brisbane Road, was a 1-0 win back in January 2024. In fact, the last 4 occasions, the home side has always won. The home side has always won. Will they win this one? The 5th occasion since 2020? Not think so. I'm going to go with a Bolton victory here. Heartbreak Hotel for Leyton Orient. Bolton getting off on the perfect start. And of course, we'll look forward to seeing if I'm right on that. Meanwhile, let's go over to Peterborough, that's right, up against relegated Huddersfield Town. Peterborough United, Darren Ferguson, the manager, bringing in some young, exciting players once again to London Road Stadium. George Nevitt coming in from Rochdale. Cian Hayes, Rio Adzebzi coming in. As for Huddersfield Town, managed by the Duffster, Michael Duff, bringing in some EFL players as well. Lasse Sorensen from Lincoln. Herbie Kane, where did he come from? Doncaster or Barnsley? I think it's Barnsley. Anthony Evans coming in to Huddersfield Town. This is a tricky start for them. A bit of a banana skin opening day because a lot of people are tipping Huddersfield to do very, very well. But Peterborough always do well. They always do well. And of course, the most recent match between these two sides ended up as a draw way back in November 2021. That was in the Championship. That was, of course, at Peterborough. But Huddersfield, just the one win against Peterborough over the last 6 occasions. And that was the last home match against them in the Championship as well. So Peterborough, I've got a recently good record against Huddersfield. And I think that could continue in this one. The bookies, 11-10 is your Peterborough. 11-5 is your Huddersfield. 5-2 is, of course, the draw. For me, going to go with the Peterborough victory here. They've got the players, they've got the gaffer, a bit of a rotated or refresh, you would say, for the squad. Huddersfield, maybe under Duff's, going to take a little bit of getting used to. A couple of new additions as well, key additions in midfield, Sorensen and Herbie Kane, trying to get it right this time. But going to go with a 3-1 win, Peterborough. Stevenage up against Shrewsbury Town. Stevenage, Alex Revel, the governor these days, up against Shrewsbury and Paul Hurst. Shrewsbury welcoming Harrison Biggins coming into the squad. Aristotle Nasala, is he returning to Shrewsbury? As for Stevenage, Alex Revel will be banking on the likes of Dan Kemp, Lewis Apari, Daniel Phillips to get them off to the perfect start. Again, new era for them. They were in the playoff mix last season with Steve Evans at the helm, but he left mid-season and it all went south from there. So Stevenage, I think, are going to struggle this campaign. Shrewsbury have always struggled in recent times and they need a good start to the season. Can they get it right this time around? Now, the last match between these two sides over at Stevenage, it was a 2-0 win for Stevenage back in August 2023. That was last season in this division. The bookies, 10-9 on is your Stevenage. They are favoured here. 10-3 is the draw. 23-10 is, of course, the even straight down the middle here. I am going to go with a bit of a bore draw. Nothing much to get excited about here for Stevenage, but Shrewsbury will be happy with a waypoint. So I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw here, sitting on the fence somewhat. We'll see if I'm right or if I am wrong. Next up is Stockport County, promoted last time around up against Cambridge United and Gary Monk. That's right, Stockport County, a team are going to be keeping a close eye on because Rovers take on them in the League Cup in the first round in a couple of days' time. Dave Challoner bringing in the likes of Jack Diamond, of course, Lewis Bay, Callum Connolly over to Edgeley Park, and Edgeley Park will be the venue up against Cambridge United side by managed by Gary Monk. Shane Lavery coming in, Kellen Watts also coming in to support the cause here for Cambridge, and hopefully a full season under Gary Monk will see them going in the right direction. They've played each other 4 times since 2011. No wins for Stockport over the last 4, and the most recent match between these two sides at Stockport was back in September 2012. It was a 1-1 draw in the National League. Would Stockport take that at this stage? Would you think? I don't think so. I think Stockport have got bigger aspirations, and they are tipped to do pretty well this season. And of course, they're tipped to do very well in this match. 5-4 on red hot favourites. 5-2 is the draw. 7-2 is the course at Cambridge on this one. Tight one to call, but I'm going to back Stockport County here, going for the big win for them. 3-1 win, take the points, move the chains, get off to the perfect start. Hopefully they lose the next game because the next game's against Blackburn Rovers, so we'll see about that. See what goes on as well. Next up, we go Wigan up against Charlton. That's right, coming at you over at the DW. Wigan now is still managed by Sean Maloney up against Charlton. Athletic side managed by Nathan Jones. Of course, Charlton spurred on by the signing of Greg Doherty, being given the captain's armband as well. Luke Berry. Jones knows him well from his Luton days. And Matt Godden. Goodness gracious, what a signing that is. Wigan spurred on by the signings of Will Amerson, Dion Ranking, and Calvin Ramsey. What a signing that was in the defensive ranks to boost Wigan's chances. Wigan come into this with odds of 7-5. 12-5 is the draw. 90-10 is Jonathan Jones and Charlton. Now, these two sides locked horns last season at the DW. It was a 5-goal thriller back in October 2023. Charlton came out on top with a 3-2 win here. It's a tight one here. I'm tipping Nathan Jones's boys to do well. I also think Wigan can cause a whole host of problems as well. Quite difficult. Don't know which way to go here. So that's why I'm going with a draw. Going with a 1-1 draw, sitting on the fence somewhat. Opening day for both of these two clubs. And of course, we'll continue unbeaten so far into match number 2. And then we're wrapping up with Hollywood FC back in the big time up against Wycombe Wanderers. That's right. Of course, Wycombe managed by Matt Bloomfield with the signings of Tyreek Parkinson, Daniel Udo, and Daniel Harvey up against Wrexham and Phil Parkinson at the dugout back in the EFL in League One. Once again, Lewis Brunt, George Dobson, Callum Burton strengthening the Welsh Wanderers, the Dragons. 2019 on is your Wrexham, tipped to do well this week by the bookies. 13-5, of course, and 13-5 is your away win. Quite tight amongst the other odds on that one. Most recent match between these two sides over in Wales was a 0-0 draw back in November 2007. That was in League 2. Wycombe are unbeaten against Wrexham over the last 4. They've just lost once at the last 6. Bookies backing the Welshies. I'm also going to back the Welshies on this one. I think they will get off to a good start. 2-0 win in my eyes to get off to the best possible start in life in League 1. Once again, then that, my friends, completes match day number 1. There's no better way to tell me how you think I did with my predictions by predicting yourself. That's right. Get involved with our prediction league. It is 100% free. There's no one else that can do an interactive prediction league for League One around the planet. This is it. This is it. This is the only way to do it. Get involved. Get invested. It is free. And I think if you can predict me the prediction game, I don't think you can, guys. I really don't. But that, my friends, completes the pack. Match number 1 is here. I'm excited. Will Moneybags FC Birmingham City get off to the best possible start? Will Wrexham get off to the best possible start? We don't even know. We'll take a look at all of that, of course, and much more when we return for the results next week. Until then, subscribe, smash the like, catch you later. But until then, we're done.